Welcome to my Dinar Daily YouTube channel. Without further delay, let's start the today information. Strategic partnership between the Iraqi and German banking sectors to enhance financial integration. They emphasized that this partnership will support enhancing the Iraqi banking sector's access to German institutions and markets. Remember, most of the politicians in Iraq are Iranian-backed puppets. Iran and these Iraqi politicians go hand in hand. I think the best path for Iraq is also Sudani, but we'll see what happens. Kurdistan's government hasn't been established. Baghdad's government hasn't been established. It's going to take a little time. The furthest thing from their mind is dealing with the exchange rate. Nobody knows what's going to happen for sure. Historically, Iraq dinar has always been above Kuwait dinar value. Today, the value of the Kuwaiti dinar against the US dollar is $3.26. Historically, Iraq was always a higher currency value than Kuwait. Undo what was done to lower the value of Iraq's currency. OFAC sanctions. Take the sanctions off. The currency value reinstates back to $3.22. Put some inflation on that over 22 years, probably somewhere in the high $3 range, just shy of $4. What is HCL law in Iraq? It's revenue sharing with the Kurdish region. Iraq is kinda two countries and one with the Kurdish region. We have been told for the last 20 years when we see HCL pass within hours or days, we would see the revaluation of the dinar. Hang on to your seats because the next couple weeks are going to be explosive. But right now we are in waiting mode until these Iranian issues are resolved. The Iraqi Speaker of Parliament has put all sessions on hold. Until these issues are settled, my CBI contact assures me that unless the Iranian influence in Iraq is addressed, along with tensions from Tehran, there will not be a reinstatement. The US will not sign off and will hold it up. Many of us may look at what is happening in Iraq as gloom and doom with this Iranian issues. Let's keep looking at the glass as half full and not empty. Things in Iraq are known to change suddenly and pivot. The formation of the government is the linchpin to Iraq, revaluing and getting back on the international world stage. Phase 1. Resolve president and government formation. Phase 2. The rate change. Phase 3. Accelerate legislative and economic reform. Execution. Deeper trade and financial integration. Iraq's oil revenues that were deposited with the United States Federal Reserve in New York has resurfaced. A lot of people have been talking about it. Is it important? Sure it is. But it's protection. It's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. This issue dates back to 2003 when the Development Fund for Iraq DFI was established to protect the money from lawsuits related to a period before the fall of the previous regime. The remaining debts, approximately $40 billion, owed to 46 countries. Legal constraints could expose these assets to seizure if they were to fall outside the purview of United States law. The DFI protections provide security and stability. None of that has changed. We have a major subject to discuss today: why the US still controls Iraq's dollar pipeline. Understanding this system is essential for anyone watching the Iraqi dinar. Iraq's oil is priced in US dollars. When buyers pay for Iraqi crude, these dollars are deposited into an account belonging to the Central Bank of Iraq held at the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. Iraq can request access to its dollars, but it cannot move them freely without meeting US regulatory standards. The United States can slow, block, or restrict access. We're talking about over $100 billion. Iraq is a little bit wealthy. Because of this dependency, Iraq's sovereignty is only partial. Iran keeps whispering in Iraq's ears that they're not free. Part of making sure that nobody tried to sue, blackmail, strong-arm them, the US put the money in the US Federal Reserve. On the television, it is showing the CBI is sending to all the banks inside Iraq and financial institutions a memo that says, "Do not discriminate against any older or new denominations of the American US dollar when they are exchanging dinar." I think it's just a preparation to tell the citizens of Iraq, we've got a new rate coming, and when you get it, you gotta bring in those 3-0 notes, those American dollars you're still using, and any other foreign currency, because when it happens, you are going to pour into the banks. The moment this happens, it's going to be insanity. It's going to be an amazing influx of people that are all over our banks. They want the lower notes. This is very good news. If I'm looking at percentage-wise about who's going to be the PM, I'm looking at something like 15% chance Soudani will be the PM. 85% change, Maliki is going to be it. I said this before, just because Trump doesn't like Maliki and he's making all kinds of threats to Iraq over Maliki become the prime minister, doesn't mean Trump won't negotiate and work with Maliki. He's done it before with people he doesn't agree with, adversaries, so-called enemies. So as big of a snake as Maliki is, as much as Trump don't give a shit who you are, as long as you're willing to work with him, I'm saying there's always a possibility you'll see Maliki there, as prime minister for a third damn term. You've gotta retrace your steps in this. What brought the value of the dinar down in 2003? It's called US sanctions. Right now, the only remaining sanctions on Iraq are the US Treasury OFAC sanctions. So, if sanctions automatically brought the value of the dinar down, what happens when you take sanctions off? Wouldn't that suggest it maybe reinstates, putting it back in the $3 plus range? You take the US OFAC sanctions off, it puts it back to $3.22. Ramadan, don't worry. They have revalued during Ramadan before. I think Kuwait revalued during Ramadan. Some people apparently have no idea how the oil business works. The originating price for oil is roughly $34 per barrel. The rest of the price is involved in brokers' fees, transportation, delivery, and holding. This is how the $34 base cost turns into $75, which is the current end cost of oil per barrel. Now, there is a dinar for oil program. China has international sanctions, and part of that was their exclusion from the Iraq dinar auctions. Therefore, they sought to acquire dinar from other sources like private dinar owners. They wanted to be able to buy Iraqi oil. So they started offering private owners an enticing price. They made contracts with private owners through intermediaries. That is the contract rate, not $75 per dinar. The idea of $75 per dinar is not reality-based. The USD put a halt to the contracting of dinar as of October 2011. Unless you have a pre-2011 contract, you will not get a contract rate from the mythical redemption centers. Thank you.